Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Peace to you, angels, angels of peace. Peace to you, angels, angels of peace. Come in peace, angels. Bless us with peace, angels. And when you go, angels, go in peace. Bochen LaShalom, Malachot HaShalom, Malachot Eliona, Mimalka, Malchot HaMalchot, Ilah Bruchahi, Barchuni LaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elion, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Tzedchen LaShalom, Malachot HaShalom, Malachot Eliona, Mimalka, Malchot HaMalchot, Ilah Bruchahi. Shalom Aleichem, Malachot HaSharet, Malachot Eliona, Mimalka, Malchot HaMalchot, Ilah Bruchahi. Peace to you, angels, angels of peace. Peace to you, angels, angels of peace. Come in peace, angels. Bless us with peace, angels. And when you go, angels, go in peace. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elion, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Peace to you, angels, angels of peace. Peace to you, angels, angels of peace. Come in peace, angels. Bless us with peace, angels. And when you go, angels, go in peace. Bochen LaShalom, Malachot HaShalom, Malachot Eliona, Mimalka, Malchot HaMalchot, Ilah Bruchahi. Barchuni LaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elion, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Tzedchen LaShalom, Malachot HaShalom, Malachot Eliona, Mimalka, Malchot HaMalchot, Ilah Bruchahi. Shalom Aleichem, Malachot HaSharet, Malachot Eliona, Mimalka, Malchot HaMalchot, Ilah Bruchahi. Peace to you, angels, angels of peace. Peace to you, angels, angels of peace. Come in peace, angels. Bless us with peace, angels. And when you go, angels, go in peace. Shalom Aleichem.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and Simchat Torah Sameach. Welcome to OneShul. I am Kohenet Ketzira, and I'm so pleased to be back here with you again for our Shabbat service and acknowledgement of Simchat Torah. Since our service is on Friday night, tonight I'm going to do my best to weave in a celebration of Simchat Torah as well as our regular Kabbalat Shabbat, since I know for many this will be their chance to do a participatory observance of Simchat Torah, and it's important to mark the points where we begin again. It's also the last time this year, unless I have another very special event, that I'll be wearing my High Holy Days kanfot. This is the first time, this year is the first time I've had this special white kanfot to wear for services. So I decided to stretch it out past what most people consider the High Holy Days into what is really the last marker of the High Holy Days, which is Simchat Torah. So my last chance to wear it. And for those who the term kanfot is a new one, for Kohenet, for Kohanot, we don't wear talit. Once we are ordained, we wear kanfot, which means wings. They are 6-cornered garments, and a very short tzitzit tied on this one because these are very long. So kanfot are our ceremonial garments that we wear as a community instead of the traditional talit most of the time. So I've posted the link to the Siddur in the chat room, and I'm very excited that we again tonight have a couple of new and very special offerings for our service tonight. Very grateful for the last minute contributions of Rachel Kahn again, and that I had a surprising amount of suddenly open time and incredible focus apparently to create a new video for our other offering tonight, paired up with music from Te'amah as part of our honoring of Simchat Torah tonight. I had about 3 other things that originally I was trying to weave in, and then just decided it was way too much for a Friday night service. So I might post those on Sunday in the OneShul members chat community, the private community on Facebook, which if you're watching this live now and you are not yet a member of that, please email me, ketzira@punktorah.org, so we can get you access to the private community. It is a private community that's being created for those who attend live services to allow everyone to get to know each other better and build community. And I recognize that attending live services is a stretch for some people. We are a very international community, so I know for some they would like to be a part of the community more deeply and just aren't able to yet. Not everyone, like Milo, can stay up until whatever time it is where you are to be here at our services. And again, can't believe you're here again. Very much appreciated, as well as everyone else. No new names tonight in the chat room. A few returnees from a while out. It has been a while since we've had, really 2 a.m. My goodness. It has been a while since we have had the pleasure of Ahava Lilith's presence with us. We've missed her terribly. So grateful to have her back with us again tonight, as well as the rest of the community. So let's take just a couple of deep breaths together get ourselves here and now. Begin to bridge the gap in time and space from where we all are, whether it is still bright and sunny outside in the middle of the afternoon, or if it is late in the middle of the night and truly the next day already for some of us. Let's begin taking 3 deep breaths together to begin just bridging time and space and geography boundaries, bringing ourselves into connection and community with one another. Beginning the process of releasing the week and entering the sacred time that is Shabbat. And we turn first, as always, to lighting the candles, the demarcation of sacred time in Judaism, so frequently done through the lighting of candles. And whether you are lighting your candles now, virtually lighting them with us, lit them hours ago, take a moment to either physically or in your mind's eye or hearing it with me, go through each of the physical steps and allow it to be a circuit that surrounds all of us, from the crack of the match to the flare and the sound, the scent of the match lighting, the experience of each candle lighting, and the depth that is each of the flames. So begin lighting our candles together. Join me in saying the blessing in whichever God language is true and right and resonant for you this evening. Rucha Shechina Eloteinu Ruach Haolam Asher Kidshatnu B'mitzvoteha V'tzivatnu Lahadlik Ner Shel Shabbat V'Yom Tov. Blessed are you, Holy One. Your presence fills creation, making us holy through the sacred connective action of lighting the Sabbath lights. And we breathe out the week and inhale Shabbat and exhale the week and breathe in Shabbat and out the week and in Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. If you're just joining us, I was about to say, I bet guest 37 is Arava, but I see your name too. So Shabbat Shalom, guest 37. I hope you'll share your name with us as well as your presence. And Shabbat Shalom, Arava. Receiving the Sabbath means receiving a small taste of what the world to come shall be like. A world freed from fear, hatred, and violence. Receiving the Holy One's everlasting grace and love. Coming together with the tribe, sacred space, sacred place, holy and sacred love. Stepping out of time and into the divine. Diving deep, deep, deep into the pool of divine blessings so we may re-emerge overflowing with love, compassion, and bliss. Bringing tikkun hanefesh, repair of the soul, tikkun halev, repair of the heart, and tikkun olam, repair of the worlds into this world. It's question time. If you've been here with us before, and pretty much everyone has, you know the question. What is it that you are receiving this Shabbat? Kabbalat Shabbat, receiving Shabbat. And so I always wonder, what is it that each of us is receiving this Shabbat? And since this Shabbat is also part of Simchat Torah, when we've finished our beginning again cycle of the year that starts at Rosh Hashanah, we go through a whole cleansing process through Yom Kippur and then Sukkot, where we put ourselves literally out there and then gather in the harvest and we pray for the rain to come. And then Shemini Atzeret, we gather in the tribe and the ancestors. Finally landing here at Simchat Torah, where we begin again. And we begin not a cycle, but the spiral cycle. We come back around to the same time, but we are not the same. The world around us is not the same. The story we read technically is the same, but we aren't. Our world is not. It's a chance every year over and over to have a touch point, an amazing gateway to check in with, how are we? How is the world? What have we done? What does this story of creation mean to us? And what does it mean for us again to be back at a beginning of the creating of heaven and earth? That was one of my big this year. And I don't know why I never noticed it. I understand the Hebrew well enough that I should have seen it. And I wish I remember who pointed this out. It was somebody's amazing drash. That it doesn't say in the beginning. It says in a beginning. Bereshit. There's no ha in there, which would say the beginning. It's very clear that it is the heavens and the earth. Et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, right? Et, the signifier of specificity, plus the ha, on shamayim and aretz. But bereshit, in a beginning of the divine's creating, of divine creating. Bereshit bara Elohim, right? So the Holy One, a creating of. So it's an opportunity every year when we read it to remind ourselves that we're always beginning again and beginning again and beginning again. So what is it that you are receiving? Yes, oh yay, so many receivings being shared. Thank you. Oh, Sarah! Wait, I just saw Sarah and then she disappeared. She didn't call herself Sarah because she thought I wouldn't know who she was. What? That is such a gift at this beginning again. Okay, I think you're still here. You just dropped from the chat room. Yay, Patrick's mom, Sarah. What a lovely surprise. So, in our beginnings again, so many amazing receivings that we have. Oh, Tuanda, so good to see you. Just had a chance to scroll back up and see who guest 37 is. So many things that we're receiving, and let's sit with that question throughout tonight's service, thinking about what it is we are receiving and what it is we are beginning again, and what our experience of beginning again means to us tonight, this night again, and this year. This is normally the moment where we do Lecha Dodi. Tonight our Lecha Dodi is part of our Simchat Torah celebration. It is a song of creation, and I am so aware of the resonances of Kabbalat Shabbat, of resting the work of creation while celebrating the beginning again. So as we listen to this beautiful offering from Te'amah, this song of creation, this song of Breshit, of beginnings, sit with that moment that we are in the pause, the breath, not even the breath, but the silence. It's the Aleph, the silence right before the inhale of creation. Although I guess Rosh Hashanah was the birthday of the world, but we're in that pause as we are beginning again. So we don't have to do the work of creating just yet, the work of beginning. We get to sit in the beautiful meditative pause just before we begin.
Bereshit bara, Bereshit bara, Bereshit bara, Elohim. Bereshit bara, Bereshit bara, Bereshit bara, Elohim. Et hashamayim, et hashamayim, et hashamayim, ve'et haaretz, et hashamayim, et hashamayim, et hashamayim, ve'et haaretz. She began to contract, she began to contract, she began to contract her womb. And the whole world was born, the whole world was born, emerging from her same soul. All of the sky, all of the sea, all of the earth inside of you and me. All of the sky, all of the sea, all of the earth inside you and me. Bereshit bara, Bereshit bara, Bereshit bara, Elohim. Bereshit bara, Bereshit bara, Bereshit bara, Elohim. Et hashamayim, et hashamayim, et hashamayim, ve'et haaretz, et hashamayim, et hashamayim, et hashamayim, ve'et haaretz. She began to contract, began to contract, began to contract her womb. And the whole world was born, the whole world was born, emerging from her same soul. All of the sky, all of the sea, all of the earth inside of you and me. All of the sky, all of the sea, all of the earth inside you and me. Bereshit bara, Bereshit bara, Bereshit bara, Elohim. Bereshit bara, Bereshit bara, Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim et hashamayim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz hashamayim et hashamayim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. She began to contract, began to contract, began to contract her womb. And the whole world was born, the whole world was born, emerging from a same soul. All of the sky, all of the sea, all of the earth inside of you and me. All of the sky, all of the sea, all of the earth inside you and me.
Ma'ariv. Join me on page 6. Brucha, brucha et habrecha hamorechet. Brucha habrecha hamorechet leolam va'ed. Brucha habrecha hamorechet leolam va'ed. Give blessing to the pool of blessing. Blessing to the pool of blessing in all the worlds throughout eternity. Blessing to the pool of blessings in all the worlds throughout eternity. Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim. You open up the gates of time, Mariva Aravim. You flow each moment so sublime, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim. You cycle forth the seasons, Mariva Aravim. You who give life reason, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim. You roll the dark and spill the light, Mariva Aravim. You shine the day and soft the night, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim, Mariva Aravim, Mariva A world, love, you have woven for your people Yisrael through the sacred threads of Torah and mitzvot. When we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your patterns and play with the warp and weft of your Torah and mitzvot forever. For they clothe our lives and our days, and we will wrap ourselves in them as days and nights go by. Do not take away your love from us. Blessed are you, Yah, Shekhinah Oreget, whose love is woven into your people, Yisrael. So it's Kabbalat Shabbat. It is Simchat Torah. It is the end of our High Holy Days cycle for the year. Get a little break coming up. Who, what name will you pray your Shema to tonight? How will you begin again? What is the name that calls to you tonight? This Shabbat, this ending and beginning of a cycle, this moment between breaths before we begin fully again. What name is calling to you, or what name are you calling to? Share with us in the chat room what name of holiness you will invoke during your Shema tonight. And join me on page 9 as we say first the invocation. Let's say it 3 times. L'Shem Yechud Kol Panei Elohut. L'Shem Yechud Kol Panei Elohut. L'Shem Yechud Kol Panei Elohut. For the sake of the unification of all faces of holiness. Shema Simsemai Eloteinu Simsemai Achat. In the beginning, she was one. She is still one. And our community tonight invokes Simsemai, Shekhinah, Adonai, Ahava, Adonai, Hashem, and I'm sure so many other names that we are saying in our hearts, if not aloud here in the chat room. As we recite the V'ahavta, the second half of the Shema tonight, I invite you to not worry about staying with me on the words. It's really hard if we can all hear each other. But since you can only hear yourself, or everyone else in your mind, and me, really let these words come out of your soul. That's why they're here. not to be read in a unified monotone way. Get your slam poet on. Invoke your inner slam poet. Say these words with conviction so that they actually fill you up and remind you after Shabbat of what this is all about, what we're called to do, who we're called to be, and how we're called to be in the world. So they bring you to a place of deeper compassion in how you act, a stretching of yourself to make more room for others that is effortless, a space of tzedakah, that you are so willing to give just that little bit more for someone else who has just a little bit less than you, or that little bit more so your community can be even more abundant in its ability to be truly satisfied. So, since again, you can only hear me, and I can hear you in my mind, and each other in our minds, let these words really come from your heart and soul, and don't worry about staying with me. All right, we'll catch up at the end. So, page 10, in English. And you shall love becoming your Holy One with all your heart, all your spirit, and all your gifts. These words which connect you to holiness on this day, you shall inscribe upon your heart. You shall teach them to your children and speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk down the path, when you lie down, and when you rise up. Tie them as a sign upon your hands and let them be ornaments between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. And if you listen deeply to the desires with which holiness engages you each day, and love indwelling your Holy One, and serve holiness with all your heart, mind, and spirit, there will be rain for the earth in its time, autumn and spring, and you will gather in grain and wine and oil. There will be grass for the land so the cattle may feed, and you, all you species of earth, all us species of earth, will eat and be satisfied. Be careful that you do not become foolish-hearted and turn to serve gods that separate you from the web of life and bow down to them. For then the way of the weaver will be lost to you, and the heavens will close so there is no rain, and the earth will not give her produce. And you, we, I, they will be quickly lost from this good earth that has been given to you, me, us, them, we. Therefore, put these words inside your heart and your spirit. Tie them as a sign on your hand and let them be ornaments between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your gates. And your days, our days, their days, my days, and your children's days will be long on the earth that the weaver promised to our ancestors, like the days of the sky over the earth. Page 12. In the light or the darkness, if I fly or if I fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. I am not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if I fly or if I fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. I am not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if I fly or if I fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. I am not alone at all. In the light or darkness, if I fly or if I fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. I am not alone at all. In the light or darkness, if we fly or if we fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. We are not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if we fly or if we fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. We are not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if we fly or if we fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. We are not alone at all. On this next verse, 3 times through, think of someone or a group of someones who really need this tonight. And we're going to sing it to them, but to you. We're going to say you. So think of who those people are. And if you feel so moved, share their names in the chat room. We'll sing it to that person or those people 3 times, and then come back to if I, singing it to ourselves. In the light or the darkness, if you fly or if you fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. You are not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if you fly or if you fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. You are not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if you fly or if you fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. You are not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if you fly or or if you fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. You are not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if I fly or if I fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. I am not alone at all. In the light or the darkness, if we fly or if we fall, it's Chaim El Shaddai. We are not alone at all. And in that sense of never being alone, the Amidah, the Shemona Esrei, the prayer, tefillah, it also reminds us that we are not alone. No matter how you experience God, whether the divine is a force of nature to you, whether the divine is an active presence in your life, whether the divine is a multiplicity of names and faces and beings and manifestations, whatever it is, it is there, it exists, at least in my view, in my experience. We also walk with many other unseen heavenly beings and spirit beings, animal allies, plant allies, as well as ancestors. And while it is a quieter part of Judaism, the Amidah is such a resonant moment to remind us that really Judaism does teach us that the ancestors walk with us at all times. And Sukkot, such a holy day, such a period of holy days of reminding us of this, through the practice of inviting the Ushpizin and the Ushpizot, the visitors, into our sukkahs. So let's recite together the Amidah. And remember that we are not alone, that we walk with holy ones at all times, that surround us and are with us if we open our hearts, our minds, our spirits to them. And let's do this in English tonight on page 18. Blessed are you, Shekhinah, weaver of the ways of our mothers and fathers, divine one of Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, Bilhah, and Leah, Zilpah, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Great Holy One, strong, revered, exalted, pouring out your abundant kindness on the earth, nesting in everything and remembering the web of kindness we and our ancestors have woven, so that you weave our children into it as well. For the sake of your name, your presence, dwelling in love among us. O holiness revered of our ancestors, delight in our rest. Make us holy through engaging with mitzvot, and may your teachings be the earth we cultivate. Satisfy us with your abundance and make us glad in the ever-unfolding spiral of life's journey. Clarify our hearts that we may serve the world through truth, and allow us to inherit the love that is Shabbat. May all who wrestle with the divine and with the holy come to find rest on this day. Blessed is the holy that sanctifies Shabbat. Be glad, Shekhinah, in the generations of our tribe and their prayers, and return your rituals to your holy shrine, the earth. Accept the offerings of the people and their prayers in love, and may our ceremonies always rise to join with your desires. May peace, abundance, blessing, grace, compassion come to us and all Israel and all the world. Bless us, Mother, source of being, as one in the light of your presence. For in the light of your many faces, you have given us a path of life, loving kindness, and justice, and blessing, and mercy, and life, and peace. May our eyes be your eyes, shining and blessing your people everywhere with peace. Blessed are you, Yah Shekhinah, who blesses her people Yisrael, and all those who dwell on earth with peace. Page 21. Oseh shalom bimramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, imru amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Osa shalom bimromecha, hitase shalom aleinu. Osa shalom bimromecha, hitase shalom aleinu. May she who makes peace shine peace upon all of us. May she who makes peace shine peace upon all of us. Join me on page 22 as names are shared in the chat room for healing. Eloheinu, Holy One, let us know healing. Let us be nurtured in body and spirit, and weave us into the wings of your Shekhinah. Let our prayers resonate on the strings of the web of life, and know that we are ready to receive healing. Oreget Shekhinah Yah, weaver, presence, breathing life of the world. Let all those we named aloud or in our hearts, and all those with no one to pray for them, know healing of body, mind, and spirit swiftly and soon. And we pray in the names of Dacia Jackson, Albert Joseph Shardle, Shlomo Ben Moshe, Jonathan White, Augusta and Henrik Madsen, Linda Nielsen, Sarah Madsen, Emma Jackson, and so many others who are struggling from the forest fires, from hurricanes, from earthquakes, from so many other natural and unnatural disasters. All of those that we are naming aloud or in our hearts, and all those with no one to pray for them. Let them know healing of body, mind, and spirit swiftly and soon. And let us say, Amen. Our Aleinu, our coming full circle tonight, is again an offering for Simchat Torah, Simchat Torah. I get really Ashkenazic on like Simchat Torah. Never say that otherwise. It is an amazing bit of poetry, midrash in the form of poetry, poetic midrash from Rachel Kahn that she has once again gratefully recorded just for us. So this is the first time it's been recorded, and so grateful that she found the time, made the time to offer this to us tonight. So as we come full circle in the Torah, this is an offering of a retelling of creation.
Eve speaks. Let me teach you a secret. Read the blank space in the opening phrase. Learn the sacred art of seeing white emptiness as intimately as black lettering. With beginnings, created God. Behold the lush unfolding, all of existence pregnant with my potential from before the beginning with which I was created. This is how the garden got started. We were light beings. It is not that we didn't have bodies. It's that they were not consequential. We were operating via vibration. Understand that all of this gathering of atoms is made up of more empty space than solidity. This is how the garden got started. There is no time before me. I am whole. I am complete. I am woman. I am Isha. I did listen to the serpent. I did fill myself with pomegranate until juice rivulated down the corners of my mouth. Oh, this intimacy is beyond. This is the futility of hiding from that which you are made of. Etz Chaim, tree of life, blossoms inside me, Sephirotic dance, winding spirals, eternal helixing, branches and blossoms, roots and trunk, earth and sun, the abundant, generous love flood of without end, ever becoming. I will never be sated, never grow weary. My thirst knows no bounds. I will drink eternal. My devotion is total. This is how the garden got started.
And let us say, Amen. Out beyond right and wrong, there's a field. I will meet you there. Out beyond right and wrong, there's a field. I will meet you there. Out beyond right and wrong. Aleinu. Aleinu in the voice of Eve, the retelling of creation, brings us to the prayer of celebration, Mourner's Chodesh. The prayer that invites us to celebrate the time we're given with our loved ones. The prayer that we are taught is what our beloved dead would be praying and are praying through us. Their celebration of re-becoming one, with holiness in a whole new way. It's so odd to me still that this prayer challenges us to celebrate the memory versus mourning the loss. And yet none of us could imagine going through mourning without this prayer. So now, who have you loved and lost? Who is it that you need to celebrate and bless up the gift that was their life in this world, your time with them in this world, your relationship with them in this world? Who is it you want to bring that spark of presence back into this world for just a moment? Please rise if it is your practice. Please fall to the earth if that is your practice. Please remain seated if that is how you need to be presenced for Mourner's Chodesh tonight. And I invite you to share the names of all whom you may be praying your Mourner's Chodesh for in the chat room. And because there is a pretty solid presence of Kohenet community tonight, I will start by saying, we are saying Kaddish tonight in the name of Yosefa Rafaela HaKohenet of blessed memory. Page 25 for Aramaic Hebrew, and page 26 for the transliteration. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, ba'alma divrach yirteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayachon uv'yomechon uv'chei de kol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivrach le'olam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei de kudusha brichu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma imru. Amen. Yehe shlama rava min shemaya v'chayim alenu, v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Osa shalom b'mromeha, hi ta'aseh shalom, alenu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru. Amen. May she bless you, and may she keep you as she shines her face. May you embody grace as she brings release. May you give birth to peace. May she bless you, and may she keep you as she shines her face. May you embody grace, and as she brings release, may you give birth to peace. May she bless you, and may she keep you as she shines her face. May you embody grace, and as she brings release, may you give birth to peace. May our eyes be your eyes, shining and blessing your people everywhere with peace. And let us say, Amen. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for your presence, your participation, for being part of this community. I want to share, as we close our service tonight, a very special birthday and re-beginning for me. 1 year ago, tomorrow, in the Jewish calendar, I launched devotage. Or I should actually say devotage was birthed. If you don't know about devotage, it's something that grew out of many years of exploration. I spent 10 years blogging under peeling a pomegranate, peel a pom, which was an experience of discovery. And devotage was very much the outcome of that. It's devotage sacred arts. And I'm so excited that on Sunday, I'll be beginning the very beginnings of the Devotage Sacred Arts Academy. So it's just getting started. It is my own project. It's not directly connected to OneShul specifically or Punk Torah, but I wanted to share that with you if it's something that might interest you in any way. You know how to find me if that's something that interests you, to see what I'm up to on that front. Rosh Chodesh is our next service coming up for Rosh Chodesh Cheshvan. So check the calendar on OneShul.org for the date and time for that. And it's also on Facebook. And again, if you're here live with us tonight and not part of the private members community, please email me, katsira@punktorah.org. So I'm able to connect you into that community, and you can really begin to build more bonds more deeply with the amazing people who you're here with at services tonight, and many people who have been here before, and those who will come after. So Shabbat Shalom. I hope this pause in time is a blessed one for you, a sweet one, a renewing one for you. And I hope your Simchat Torah, your beginning again, is amazing and meaningful and helps to bring you into the next spiral of your lives. Shabbat Shalom, Laila Tov. I hope to see you all again very soon. Good night.
Vayera elav Adonai ba'elonei mamre. Vayera elav Adonai ba'elonei mamre. Angels everywhere in the trees, in each breeze. Angels everywhere in every smile, in each child. Vayera elav Adonai